everybody, and welcome back to Tattoo Homewreckers, a podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. My name is Callista, and this is
Kaya.
And we are back with another silly little episode because we decided that not this week's episode, but next week's episode, we wanted to sit down and have more time to think about. So
yes.
This one, we are just going to go ahead and play the and card game?
Yeah, it's got like brackets.
The bracket and
yeah, because I own every single card game that just asks people intrusive questions,
which I love. It's
Esther
great for podcasts.
It is. Esther Perel just came out with one,
right?
And
I can't wait for you to get that in.
And then of course I had to order that. So anytime they're like, "This game is all about getting to know your partner better," I'm like, "Done, sold, yes." And because then when we're like this and we're talking about an episode and we were going to like do it today, we realized we needed to spend more time really like digging in so that we can like solidify our thoughts.
Have a proper format for you guys.
Yeah. So then when we're like, fuck, well, we need to record anyway. Then here you go.
Absolutely.
We have questions.
Plus, I don't know about you, but I'm still like recovering from the last like 3-parter episode that we did.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to just kind of chill out with you guys, have fun, and to get to that. So we are going to play the bracket and game, and then also we're not really strangers as well. So hopefully there are no repeat questions, and if there are, sorry, you're going to hear them again.
Or we'll simply say next card.
Yeah, well, I won't remember. You know I won't remember.
Okay, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you. What's something we still haven't figured out, and why?
Something you and I still haven't figured out, and why?
What haven't we figured out? We're digging into our relationship. This is the, I think it's the long, like, couple edition.
Yeah, long-term couple edition.
Yeah, long-term couple.
We haven't figured out why I don't know how to load a dishwasher.
Well, we have figured it out. You just don't care. And that's okay. You don't have to care.
I just don't. I care.
Oh. That's even sadder.
Exactly. That's me caring. That is me caring. So, I don't know. There's got to be some kind of science behind that, right?
Why you can't load a dishwasher?
Why there are people out there who can't, like, load a dishwasher. It's not just me. We all know there is one person in the relationship who can load a dishwasher like they're a fucking architect.
Do you play Tetris?
I am terrible at Tetris.
Okay, so that's your solution.
Yeah.
If you wanted to actively work on loading a dishwasher, which I don't see why you would, but how devastating would it be if your long-term partner also couldn't load a dishwasher and then all your dishes are just full of water all the time?
I just don't think it would work out.
That's it? That's your like, hey, trump card, you need to be able to load a dishwasher well.
I believe in balance, and I do believe in balance in couples, and there's always someone who cooks more. You know what I mean?
That's not me.
Exactly. There's always the cook, and then there's always the dishwasher person. And I'm really happy that I'm not the dishwasher person.
I'm really happy that I am not the cook.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
So stressful.
Yeah, no.
I'll clean a kitchen any day of the week, but I fucking hate cooking.
Yeah, I feel like we figured out a lot. Okay.
There you go. Look at that.
Question for you. Describe the last dream you can remember.
Oh, fuck, no. Okay, so we said this is going to be lighthearted, and now it's suddenly going to be, and also not. So, since we started doing those episodes on narcissism, I've been having a lot of nightmares, and usually my solution to nightmares, and if you're a doctor and listening to this, like, I don't know, a sleep doctor, I think there's a name for that, Mr. Sleep Doctor Man.
Or woman.
Yeah, but that's just, man is like the end of something. It's like a ton, you know?
That's fair.
Like, you just end statements in it. Yeah, I have been having really bad nightmares, so then I just don't sleep, so that way I don't have to, like, have nightmares. And then last night, I think I went, like, 2 days without having nightmares, and then last night, this sounds so stupid, I was having a dream that you and I were at a resort, and it was, like, super fancy, it was super nice, like, all-inclusive, like, White Lotus type shit, and then Caboose was there, and someone else was there. I don't know who that, like, additional person was, but they were hanging out with Caboose at that point. And I was like, hey, dude, like, the water is really nice. Like, if we get over there, we can, like, hang out in the water before, like, the sun sets. And then I couldn't find you. And then, like, all of a sudden I knew something was wrong. And so you weren't like, okay. And I couldn't get
like
to you.
You had a feeling.
And then I kept trying to go into rooms that was just like a maze. And I could not, no matter like how much I tried to get to you, I couldn't get to you.
Aww.
So I woke up this morning like devastated because I was like, we're fucking missing the sunset. What the fuck?
Where are you?
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah, I've been. I know. I'm actually happy that you didn't pull this card for me too, because I've been having some really awful dreams still. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Hashtag trauma.
Oh, this is very
Okay.
like invasive. What parts of yourself do you see in me?
Parts of me that I see in you. I feel like we have a lot of similar traits. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint one. But I would say, again, it's the curiosity of things. I feel
I'm not curious about anything.
You know that's a fat-ass fucking lie. That is a fat-ass fucking lie. You're a lot more curious about things than I am. I can't speak. So the curiosity and also just like the care, just the genuine like want to get to know someone. I feel like you and I share that quite a bit, where it's just like, I don't know, we just want to know. We just want to pick your brain.
I just want to know all the things I can possibly know.
Yeah, that and like the constant strive for making things better. I would say you're a lot more heightened than that, just because we've talked about the splinters and everything like that. But like, yeah, just the drive.
Ooh, have we talked about the splinters on here yet?
Maybe not. I don't think we've talked about splinters.
So Callie explained this. We're going to sidebar for a second because it's fascinating. If we've explained it, sorry, skip forward like 2 minutes. If we haven't explained it, you are in for a fucking ride. So, I have like, I don't know, a slew of like letters after my name when it comes to like my mental state. So, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm only slightly OCD, or like we for sure at this point know I have ADHD. But lots of things bother me way more than they bother like other people in my life. And I couldn't ever like properly explain that to people. And Callie put it in this best explanation of like what it feels like for me. Because when something is like in disarray, or if like something of mine has been touched or altered, like it physically hurts me. And then you explained it, and you should say it because it's great.
Yeah, I think what I said was it's like getting splinters. For you, it happens a lot more often. So I feel like you just walk around with a bunch more, like at least 20 or 30 more splinters than the average person does, because it comes down to attention to detail too. So like my splinter will be very different compared to your splinter. A lot of the times I won't notice something. And a great example of this was recently you decided to sweep the
Street.
Yeah, the sidewalk. Yeah, the sidewalk of our neighborhoods, because there's a bunch of gravel and like dirt and rocks left from the people who plowed our streets, just kind of put it on top of the grass and on top of the parts of the road and stuff. And so it made it really hard for our dogs to walk on. And
it just looks bad. It makes the neighborhood look shitty.
It looks bad. And like, it was weird because this splinter for me did not affect me the same way it did you. Because for me, it was more so, I haven't been walking the dogs lately, but for running, it was kind of scary, you know, because there's a bunch of loose gravel everywhere, and like one wrong step and I could like completely eat shit on the concrete, and I'm not trying to do that. And it's hard to think about when I'm trying to like maintain pace for a run or something like that. But you know, I've never thought about doing it, but like this splinter affects Guy a lot more. So not only does it feel like a splinter, it also feels like you just put hand sanitizer on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like certain splinters are a lot worse, but yeah, you just walk around carrying splinters. And so I feel like a lot of people who have the same attention to detail of things, like, oh my gosh, this wall has chipped paint and it has been like that for months. More like there are certain people who notice that more than like others.
Yep.
So that's like a splinter.
Yeah. So they're just like splinters in my brain.
Yeah.
That then, unlike where it's like an easy splinter. So like for a lot of people, if you just fuck with a splinter, it'll like work its way out. And that's people like noticing things and then being like, oh yeah. But then I just like, don't worry about it. My brain does not allow splinters to work themselves out. They just become infested and infected, and they're just so painful until I actually do something about it. So like for me, that was the wall at work. I had to paint that, and it like I reached that like threshold. And then the same thing with sidewalk is like it bothers the dogs. We're about to start running for summer, and it just looks bad. And now when I drive by, so like when I drove home earlier today, I didn't even notice that it was clean. I just like it was just a splinter being removed. You're not even aware to be like, oh yeah, look at how good this looks. Your brain is just like, oh, I can fucking breathe.
Yeah, thank God. Like, I don't have to worry about this thing jutting out of my skin, basically. Yeah. So, like, mental splinters for sure. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's cool, too, because, like, some splinters are different than others. I think the only one that we, like, can really compare and contrast to is, like, for me, I have to cut my nails when they reach a certain length. Or for you, you have to wax.
Yep.
I am perfectly fine with body hair just because, like, I'm fucking lazy.
Touches me.
You know, an event is important to me if I actually shave my pits for it, honestly. I don't give a fuck. I have to consciously remember to do it, and I don't care. Okay? I don't care. But when it comes to my nails, y'all, I have to cut them when they get to a certain length. And you're okay with nails, but body hair is a no-no.
Nope.
You're like, I cannot stand that.
I wax every week or every other week.
Yeah, so splinters are...
There's 2 hairs. They have to be gone. Kills me.
Kills you. All right, great. I think it's my go?
Yes.
Awesome. Are you missing anyone right now? Do you think they are missing you too?
Well, on the sake of being vulnerable, because we're going to South Carolina next week, even though I think I stated that, like, our last episode, we would already be back, but I can't do, like, calendar math.
It's okay.
But it's just brought up, like, people from South Carolina, like, old coworkers that I, like, used to, like, see all the time.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, man, I hope they're doing well. Mm-hmm. And I, like, miss them. But also, they're probably not even thinking about me, honestly.
Yeah. It's not, like, your place to reach out either. I think
I'm really big on that. That, like, if someone is in your past, I think it's just respectful to, like, let them be.
Let them rest.
Them there, because I think a lot of times you can cause a lot more harm than good by reaching out to people from your past. So even though I would love to, if it's not a friendship that I've, like, maintained, because I do have friends that I'm seeing when we're in South Carolina that we've maintained friendships, and I like plan to see. But then, like, if we haven't spoken in a long time, and, like, I have had bids for connection over the years and it's just not worked, then that's A-okay.
Yeah.
I'm also just allowed to miss them.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think they miss me? No. I think they moved on with their life, and that's totally fine.
I think that's beautiful. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of thinking that way. But I think it's beautiful that you are able to still own the fact that you miss someone and know that they're probably not thinking about you. That's very mature and very, like, emotionally sound.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's the last compliment you'll ever get.
What's something you never want me to forget? It sounds threatening, dude. This game's very threatening.
It does sound kind of first of all, you have a great memory. So I don't think I ever have to worry about that with you. It's, like, almost scary.
Unless it's your coffee order.
Fucking Christ.
Or your food. You can give us
genuinely have no idea. It's okay. You know what? That's fine. I can take it. That's okay. I can take care of that.
I never know what you guys will eat. I know you both eat mayonnaise. And I know you love onions.
Love onions. I love onions.
And then other than that, I'm like, I don't know. She likes coffee sometimes. She likes those weird hibiscus-y.
It's not even hibiscus. It's dragon fruit.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like a weird...
one thing
I could, like, point at it on a menu, maybe.
One thing I don't ever want you to forget is that it's okay to rest. Actually, it's necessary. That's what I don't want you to forget. It is completely fucking necessary for you to rest. I rested
yesterday. And I took a 15-minute cat nap today.
You did. I'm really proud of you. Your cat naps and my cat naps are very different. Mine last, like, 3 hours.
Well, Harvard did a study on it and showed that the, like, 15 to 25-minute range is the most optimal nap.
I am really proud of you people out there that can take a 15 to 20-minute nap. You know how fucking rare it is for me to take a 15 or 20-minute nap?
I agree. Do you tell yourself to take that?
Yes.
Do you, like, set a time and you say, this is what I'm going to do?
And you know what I do? I go, just 10 more minutes. And then all of a sudden it's like 3 hours later.
Yeah. You can't say 10 more minutes. You just actively have to get up.
I wish that's how it worked for me. I really do. It's not. I've given up that fight and I've, thrown in the towel. But I will say, every once in a blue moon, I will do that, the 15 to 20. I feel great afterwards.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
But you know what I feel really good afterwards?
What?
A 3-hour nap. Describe the story of us.
Okay. So there was this pink-haired baddie, right? She was tattooing and she was awesome. And then there was this, like, purple at that point, I think.
It was black, dude. Was
it black?
Yeah, it was black. I had black hair when you first met me.
Ew. That's weird. We're going to omit that part. That's not as much fun. This purple-haired kid that became obsessed and started stalking this
not what
pink-haired
actually happened.
And then she copied her haircut. She shaved her hair the same exact way. And then she weaseled her way into becoming her apprentice. And then her best friend. And then her life partner. And that is the story of us.
And that is the story, the end.
The end.
See, my story is very different. I just like to tell everyone that back when I was actively apprenticing for Gaia, I still sometimes do it now, but now it's not as effective,
Because you're growing your hair out. So now you're not going to be able to tell that story no more.
It's not as effective, but what have I been saying? I would always tell them that, like, yeah, in order to apprentice under her, she told me that I had to shave my hair like hers and dye it. Because I had black hair when you first met me. I dyed it purple.
Weird.
Yeah, after I met you.
Oh, well, I'm glad, because you would look weird with black hair.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So, yeah, that's the story of us. But the actual story is for everyone, because everyone fucking knows the story. She was my apprentice. And then we became best friends. And now we do life together.
Yeah, simple as that.
And we're not a couple.
No, we are not a couple. And for those of you who keep asking, please, I don't want to be a part. I'm not polyamorous. I just would like to put that out there on the fucking podcast. I am not poly, and I really am happy for you guys that are. Stop asking me. Okay, I'm done. End rant. Here go.
One person is too much for you, so extra people would be entirely too much.
Been a couple.
What has this conversation taught you about yourself? That you're not polyamorous?
That I'm not fucking I've known that I'm not polyamorous. This conversation has taught me that
about yourself, Callista. About yourself.
About myself, that I have a really hard time answering questions. My brain is like everywhere. What is your first love's name and the reason you fell in love with him/her?
Okay, so I don't remember my very first love's name because I was like 3 and it was my oldest brother's. Yes.
Wow.
It was my oldest brother's best friend. Or somebody he just like went to school with. I don't know. The story changes depending on who you talk to in the family. But I would apparently get, I think it was Michael. Pretty sure it was Michael. But then I'll tell you about the first love that I remember.
Please do.
But yeah, so then this kid apparently one day was walking in front of our house with 2 girls. And he was like, I don't know, holding the hands of like one girl. Also, mind you, I was 3. So this kid was like 10. And then I went downstairs, grabbed my mom's hand because she was washing dishes, and marched her down the street and like screamed after him like, Michael, 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 you better come back here. And then me being me, yelled at this poor 10-year-old, which now like, bless his heart. Can you imagine a 3-year-old yelling at you? And I told him if he didn't stop hanging out with these other girls, then I wouldn't get dressed up and get pretty for him anytime he came over anymore.
Oh my God.
So, and then before any of you judge Michael did not lead me on. He did not flirt. He apparently had a kid sister that was around my age.
That's so cute.
So when he would come over, he would like let me sit on his lap, and he was just a very nice individual. So I don't want anyone to be like, ew, that's gross. But yeah, so apparently I mortified this kid.
Oh, did you?
Because, yeah, can you not imagine? That would be mortifying.
I thought it'd
the way
be
my
cute.
mom would tell it is that she was like, you got yelled at when you were 10 by a fucking 3-year-old?
Absolutely.
Mortifying.
You're fucking 3. What are you going to do to me?
But then my actual, first love, besides Duncan MacLeod from Highlander, or Leonardo DiCaprio, because that's in my journal, was my brother Merrick, his best friend Julian, who was also like my first kiss. And he was my first heartbreak. And I loved Julian before I knew whether he was a girl or not, because we didn't know if it was Julian or Julianne. And they became friends when they were probably like 8 or 9. So he had long hair and it was very like androgynous, couldn't tell.
Always been a gay kid.
Yep.
Always been a jealous lover gay kid.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Those are just like who I am.
I love that. That's cute.
Which is now really cute because I'm like, I don't know if I like loved him or I loved him being a musician, because the way that like he would like illuminate a room when he was like playing, because he played the fiddle and the violin. And I remember like the first time I like felt like that way about him is because he winked at me while he was playing. That was really cute.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
What a journey.
And then he broke my heart.
Music always helps. How did he break your heart?
My best friend and him were making out on the bed, and I was laying down next to the bed, so they didn't know I was in the room. We were kids. We weren't exclusive. Like,
no, it's just sad.
But it was heartbreaking at the time.
Absolutely. It's a total heartbreak. Yep. Classic.
Yeah, and it ruined my friendship with her, and yeah, it was a whole thing.
I can see that.
Yep. Devastation.
Cute.
Oh my God, my questions for you are really hard.
What is it?
What's something you'd like me to forgive you for that I'm not aware of?
That you're not aware of?
Yeah. What should I forgive you for? What betrayal have you done, Callista, that I don't know of? Dun, dun, dun.
Besides get an inner lip tattoo, but we already know about that.
And
that wasn't even a betrayal.
Fight of our life.
Yeah.
It's the best because it was a make-believe betrayal.
It was incredibly make-believe. I don't fucking know. Next question.
What would be the perfect gift for me?
An experience. No gift. No tangible item. Just quality time. Going out and doing something.
Gay.
Yeah.
That's true though.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
There you go. At what moment did you realize choosing me was a great idea?
Ooh. Like any moment or the first time I had that?
I would say the first time you had that. But I'll take any moment, honestly.
I would probably say it was one of the times that we were working out. Mm-hmm. And I was running late for the gym. And this is when we discovered that we were best friends or that we had the potential to be. Because you pulled up. I was super stressed out, was pulling in, and you pulled up right beside me. And we just looked at each other. And I was like, that's it right there. And then we just walked in. Mm-hmm. And we didn't apologize for being late. We just walked in together and we had just a fucking badass workout session. And I was this is my fucking person.
Absolutely. We were the same level of late there for a second. It was fabulous.
Yeah. We still are typically the same level of late.
Oh, I love it. It honestly makes life so much easier. So thank you for that. That made me tear up. That was cute.
Oh, well, that's adorable. I'm trying to find not
incriminating questions.
Well, what's betrayal? Okay, no, this one's funny actually. What's the benefit of us staying together?
The accountability, the fact that obviously I'm very happy being with you platonically. Shut up. Obviously, I'm very happy, but I would say the benefit of staying together is the fact that both you and I are constantly I feel like we are running a marathon at the same pace a lot of the times. And sometimes I fall behind if I'm, I don't know, in an abusive relationship or whatever. But for the most part, we level each other out. We are still running the damn race. You know what I mean? We're still chasing the same goals and the same ideology that no matter what we accomplish, we can still be better in a healthy way. Mm-hmm. So I would say that.
That's a great answer. I feel like that's also just what friendship should be.
100%. Some people would disagree. Some people like their friendships to be very surface level, which is fine. That's totally okay. I think I asked this question before. What's been your happiest memory this past year?
Ooh, fuck! So much has happened this past year.
I know.
Honestly, probably Disney.
Oh,
with
God.
Rachel Nicole.
Yes.
Universal more accurately because Universal was doper.
Dope. Yeah.
But you know what? Probably one of my favorite memories was Rachel being I think it was Rachel that first said it, where she was like, wait, you guys have been planning the whole day? And how adorable it was as it registered on all your faces. And I just felt so seen and loved in that moment where I was like, but this is how I show love is by organizing things and orchestrating things. And Caboose and I were just flawless that day. Like,
you guys were like the perfect team that day. Like the level of teamwork that both of you had was really impressive as a couple. Like, very impressive.
It was and just that whole trip, like all of that Florida trip was just, everything just fucking was amazing.
That trip was so scary because things were going so well that I was like, where the fuck is the other shoe? Is the other shoe gonna drop? I know we're not supposed to think about the other shoe, but that trip was fucking phenomenal.
So it's probably that. Yeah. Wait, I want to know yours.
My happiest memory this past year?
Yeah.
I would say definitely like Florida. It was being surrounded by people who genuinely liked me as a person after being in the situation that I was in. I had like hit an all-time low of confidence since like high school. Like I haven't felt that like insecure about myself and who I was as a person in a really long time. But there's something about like being with like, you know, our tribe, because those are our people. Not just you and Caboose, but like, you know, Rachel and Nicole. That was so empowering. And it like truly reminded me that like nothing about me needed to be changed. Like obviously like we're all working on our toxic habits and cycles and blah, 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 blah. But like, you guys really did make me feel loved, and it was really, the timing was impeccable. Yeah. It was really important for me to be around you guys at that point in time. So that's my answer.
Gay.
So gay.
Okay. What's the difference between my character and my personality?
So I would say your character, for me at least, would be like, you know, obviously your moral compass. Your character is, how do I describe this versus your personality? Like, I would say your character is who you were always meant to be, and your personality is the product of your environment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm flipping them, but
no, I think that's
accurate, right?
Yeah.
Like your personality, like sure, there is a part of you, and you're really good at this. There is a part of you that sure is jealous, or like, you know, will always like question, like, is this feeling coming from jealousy, or is this coming from like a place of good intentions? And I think your character is the person asking you that question, and your character is you exercising actions that stay within your moral compass. And your personality, I don't know. That's a really deep question.
No, I love that. I think it's great.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because I would say, like, your character, like, you are a very strong, inquisitive person. And then your personality also changes depending on where you're at. Yeah. Because then your personality is, like, what can make that, like, really lighthearted while still asking hard questions.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I thought that was great.
Hard. That was a really hard question.
Oh, it's your go. But I have to flip cards because I have to...
You were good.
Read them.
Choose 5 words to describe my future that I don't dare imagine.
5 words?
Yeah.
Marriage.
Oh. Okay.
Success.
Ew. Okay.
Also true. Comfort, as in like, just there you go.
Yeah.
Fuck, I need 2 more.
5 is a lot.
I don't know how to like describe it in like one word. I guess it would be like adventure. Like I just see that like your future is meant for like big things, not like big, like fame big.
How, people
but like
describe
big adventures.
Yes.
Where like at some point you're going to be standing on top of a fucking mountain being like, how the fuck?
How is this
my life?
Yeah.
And then I would say the last one just being like love, just like being like fully embraced and like embracing the fact that like you are loved.
You bitch, exactly, you're gonna make me fucking cry.
Well, I'm just better at these games than you are. I couldn't even finish that. Dude, this cards are ridiculous. What's the greatest gift I've given you?
Oh my god, the greatest gift you've given me is...
It better be materialistic.
Is the confidence to own who I am and be myself, and the encouragement to use my voice.
Oh.
Yes. I appreciate that.
That's adorable.
Gay. You're fucking gay.
You're gay.
Okay. I think I've already asked this. What's a dream you've let go of?
I don't know that you have asked me that. A dream I've let go of.
What's a dream you've let go of?
This is gonna sound ridiculous for anyone who like looks at me and knows me now, but probably a dream of a conventional life. Of like kids and like a normal job, like
I think we've talked about this on the podcast.
Stereotypical like husband, like just like a conventional, like, I mean, I live in a cookie cutter neighborhood now.
Yeah, but
like then you come inside of our house and our house is everything but.
We have a forest as a bathroom. Like
I'm so proud of our bathroom.
Me too. I love it, but it's not conventional.
That's my pride and joy. That like I had very much like I actively made the choice and I still actively make the choice. But in my early 20s, I was like, you could just play it safe and like do cookie cutter and just do that. And so I had to give up on that like dream of safety that comes with conventionality in order to then like express and explore these parts of myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, to then be able to live like, I mean, fuck dude, I'm 36 and I have a fucking roommate. Like that's not the average thing, but that's what brings me the most joy. Like living with my best friend is like a huge deal, and like working with my best friend is a huge deal. And those are not things that are seen as like conventional, like safe, like, you know, fucking get married, have 2.5 kids. I don't know what you do with the other half of it, but like whatever it is you do, that's on you. And kind of like go that route because there is a lot of safety in that.
Yeah, there's a lot of safety. You get scrutinized by people less, for sure. And I think, I mean, not to bag on people who have conventional lifestyles. I think, honestly, if it's what you want, I respect the fuck out of that. I really do. The goal is to make sure that it is truly what you fucking want, and it's not just something you fell into, that's for sure.
But I think that that's the hard part, is that so often you fall into it first.
Yeah.
Especially like, you know, we got married when we were 24.
Well, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know, like at what point does what's his name come up and say, do you want to take the red pill? Morpheus, sorry. Morpheus. Fucking Matrix fans are going to be so mad. Anyways, Morpheus, at what point does he come up to you and say, are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill? And what decision are you going to make?
Yeah.
You know?
But when you have gone that route and you have children, it's a very different, there's a lot of collateral damage.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, that's probably, I want to know what's a dream that you have like.
Let go of?
Yeah.
If I'm going to be like completely honest and vulnerable on the podcast, it's giving up the life. It follows the same route as yours, but giving up the life that like my parents wanted me to live. Because they wanted me to be conventional. You know, like I was supposed to be like, you know, at least a bachelor's. And, you know, I grew up in obviously an Asian household. So like the goal was to be fucking successful, like doctor or lawyer or whatever. Or like, you know, anchor woman was something that was thrown at me too. Cause like being on TV, like the fame was just like really important or whatever. But, that's a dream I've let go of because I don't know. I got to give props to younger me, 19-year-old me, for just knowing that I would have regretted not chasing tattooing for the rest of my fucking life. Like I had a feeling, my knowing knew that if I let myself become an adult without at least trying, I would be fucking pissed at myself. So props to me for still dealing with like, again, the scrutiny and the criticism of choosing this life because it has given me more gifts than I could have ever possibly imagined. Hell, I got a best friend and a life partner out of it. Who would have thought? Gay. Okay, here you go.
Fuck, that's too long. Oh my god, dude, these cards are being
that's
gross.
Okay.
They're asking hard questions. Oh my god. I feel like this entire thing is just asking, what's the worst piece of advice I've ever given you? I like that one.
I don't think it was... Okay. So I used to think this was the worst piece of advice when I was going through the breakup. But it was a whole, like, just let yourself feel the full extent of happiness and just enjoy it. But when I was going through the breakup, I thought that was the worst advice ever because there were so many red flags, and I just had felt so unlike me because I never fall head over heels for people in that extent. You know, my last relationship, I was a full whirlwind and just completely lost all sense of rationale because I was riding those happy hormones like fucking crazy, you know. But I don't think it was the worst piece of advice in the sense that I'll never follow that advice ever again. I think that I just know more now. I think that I know more about the cycles of romantic relationships I get myself into, where I joked about this in the previous episode, red flag, green flag, that I can't tell the difference between sparks and a fucking bomb being blown up in my face. So now I know more, but I'm excited to leave with this knowledge of what's a bomb and what's not, while also letting myself be happy with someone. That time isn't right now just because, again, I'm emotionally fucked, but
well, you just got to work on yourself for a little bit first.
Exactly. When I get there, I'm going to be ready and I'm really excited for it. So that's my answer. What are you trying to answer most in your life right now?
What am I trying to answer? I don't know what that face is I just made. That's a hardcore concentration face. Honestly, this sounds really superficial, but for anyone that knows that, I struggle with eating, it's probably trying to figure out, am I hungry? Am I bored?
I don't think that's superficial.
Eating because I want to punish myself, or am I eating because I actually need sustenance? And then kind of just eating and asking myself if I actually like stuff. Because I made a smoothie earlier. I don't like it.
Oh. Toss it.
And so just a lot of food stuff, because I'm trying to lean out for, not trying, I am leaning out.
Yes, ma'am.
For summer, just so I can feel a lot more comfortable, because my clothes don't currently fit in the way I want them to fit. And because we have that competition coming up, so it puts me at an advantage to be leaner, so that way I can do more body weight movements. So not a place that I'm leaning out for unhealthy purposes, but just so that way I can feel better and move better as an athlete.
There with you. Yeah, because I definitely am the heaviest I've ever been, and that's getting to me. But it's weird because it is, I know it's not me. It's society telling us all, it's starting to weigh in on me, if that makes sense. It's the whole oh my God, you're supposed to be tiny. But I'm isn't this what I've always wanted? I wanted to be heavier. I wanted to bulk out. And now I'm oh my God, whenever I see the number on the scale, I'm whoa, how did that happen? And mind you, I can get leaner, and we will get leaner just based off the fact that we are upping the intensity of our workouts because we're training for a competition.
And it's summertime, so I'm a lot more active.
I know, I'm so much more energetic. I can't tell you how much happier I've been.
Yeah.
Even when I'm fucking
we've had 2 days of sunshine, and we're oh my God, it's summertime.
We're so stoked. Yeah. Just heart eyes, Care Bear Sarah, everything. So yeah. Yeah, that's not superficial at all. I think it's good.
Perfect.
We have, time for one more.
Okay. Well, good, because this is a cute question.
Okay.
What's your favorite ritual of ours?
My favorite ritual of ours is garage maintenance. Honestly, because I feel we haven't done that in a really long time. It's been at least 9 months, but honestly, garage maintenance is not the same when it's cold and it's dark out. It is really not the same.
No, you need it to be sunshiny so the garage door can be open. You can get fresh air. Yeah. And we can yell about these loud ass kids.
Yeah, and the sun is hitting Bailey's face, and it's so cute, and we're all just hanging out. So I would say that's my favorite ritual of ours. What about you?
It's our impromptu lunch dates.
Oh my God, yeah, those are so cute.
When we get done tattooing early, or if Caboose is at work, and then we're do you want to go to lunch?
Yeah, do you want to go
and
get
then
sushi?
we just go to lunch, and we just get to just hang out and just chat.
I know, right? It is wonderful. Yeah. And it's also super rare that we both get out on the same time randomly. So
yeah, so it's extra special when it happens.
Yeah, I love those too.
So
okay, great. So we're gonna end this round of or this episode with a lightning flash of red flags. Just because I thought it'd be really funny to actually list red flags that have literally happened to us. So You guys we don't have to guess what's a red flag and what's not. We're just going to completely list it out. Do you want to do this? You go, I go?
Yep.
Okay,
but
perfect.
You go first.
I'll go first. Red flag number 1. Wouldn't let me shower by myself.
You can't shower by yourself. There's safety in numbers.
There's safety in numbers. The shower's gonna get me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're saving water.
That was so fucking bad. That was
pretty bad.
That's awful.
Yep.
I couldn't fucking get clean by it. No. God damn. I remember like being in the shower with him and being like, can you hurry the fuck up? I'm getting cold. Like oh God. Anyways, your go.
Running a hairdryer for longer than I run a hairdryer. Here's my thing with that. You and I take the same amount of time to get ready. Yeah. And if you're not putting on a full face of fucking makeup, why is it taking you longer to get ready? And I have a signature hairdo. Yeah. Granted, your hair looks great. Why does it take 45 minutes of using my electricity that I'm paying for you to get your hair done? Dude. And who travels with your own fucking hairdryer?
Oh my God, traveling with your own hairdryer.
I mean, I know we don't look like we own hairdryers, but you have one, right?
I do have
one. And
I
have one.
It's really only for emergencies, like when I like really last minute shower and I'm like, okay, I have to like make sure my hair is damp and not wet. Like I'll still leave the house with it damp, but at least it's not sopping, you know what I mean?
I have mine for crafts. Yeah.
That's fair.
Sometimes you need a craft.
All right. Number 2. Thought it was funny to hold a knife at my stomach and laugh and gaslight me when I freaked out by saying, you know, I'd never actually stab you.
Okay. Mine's the emotional version of that. And that's trying to pick me up using Roe v. Wade as the excuse to hit on me. The day after Roe v. Wade got overturned.
That was so fucking bad. He literally came up to you and was just like, I'm so sorry that happened. Like, I understand, like, you as women need to have to worry about all this shit. And I feel so... What a fucking asshole. Mm-hmm. Fuck that guy.
Yep.
Got upset that I brushed my teeth without him because that was a together thing.
I don't know what happens to you that, like, people don't think that you were allowed. Okay, here's a side note really fast. I have this theory, right? I know it's not true. It's not. It's just a funny theory. That the people that, like, are trying to get with her or are with her do not trust her personal hygiene.
Oh, my God. How dare you?
So they have to shower with her to make sure she's doing it correctly and have to brush their teeth with her to make sure she's doing it correctly. And just another sidebar, so we're side-siding. Mm-hmm. I can hear her brushing her teeth when I'm downstairs. So I think that maybe they said that's a together thing so they could introduce the fact that you don't have to be so violent,
bitch,
when you're brushing your teeth.
Are you joking? The state of his toothbrush.
Oh, no. That's a fucking red flag for me. Clean your toothbrush and replace your toothbrush.
The bristles were literally like, it looked like a fucking hurricane went through them.
Oh, that's not even doing its job anymore. I love a new toothbrush. I have a shower toothbrush because I love to brush my teeth in the shower. Mm-hmm. And I have a sink toothbrush. And the moment it doesn't like feel as good on my teeth, I'm so sorry for the environment. New toothbrush for me.
No, I think that's valid.
I love a new toothbrush.
Genuinely, okay, if you're over there thinking, oh, Calissa must be disgusting. No, it's just the fucking people that I hang out with. I swear to fucking God.
Have no boundaries when it comes to personal hygiene.
It's the surveillance thing, like the fact that I can't take a shower without you.
You can't brush your teeth without somebody.
Because it's a together. Okay, fuck off. Your go.
Fuck, I forgot where I was gonna go.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Was a white rapper.
Oh, yeah. Whatever, I don't want to hear about it.
My next one was...
You fucking banged a DJ.
Exactly. My next one was a DJ. Red flag.
But also, if you're a white rapper, then... Yeah. There's only enough room for, like, one of those in the entire universe.
Yeah.
So if you're not Eminem...
You're out. My next one was in the Navy for 20 years. It's pretty bad.
I will top that and say was in the Navy and tries to get with an Asian chick.
Oh,
because that's just like right there, 100%. Like, come on, man.
Play into the stereotype.
Yeah.
Find a Filipino wife.
You're like, nope, can't get with a white woman.
This one's so bad. Called the cops on kids selling candy, and before you ask, yes, those kids were black. Fucking awful.
That's what I asked.
She asked me, she's like, were they? And I'm like, yeah, they were black. Like, just straight out the gate. Oh my,
I think more accurately, I asked, were they white?
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew they wouldn't be.
No, you knew they wouldn't be. That was the most embarrassed I've ever been being with someone, which is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot to say, because I've been
embarrassing.
I've been with a lot of embarrassing people.
Red flag for me, trying to compare numbers on how much we lift. The only caveat to that is if you ask me how much I squat, and then you get excited when you realize that I can squat you, and you ask me to squat you. Mm-hmm. That is my only that's adorable. I will take that every time. I have squatted many a man and had them make adorable Pillsbury Doughboy noises because they're so excited that they can get on my back and I can squat them.
Yeah, because
that's adorable.
How often do men get to feel like daisies?
Exactly.
Like, it's exciting.
But if you're asking me how much I lift, more accurately, how much I bench when I'm like, bro, I do CrossFit, I don't bench. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not trying to have a pissing contest. I can be strong, you can be strong. Mm-hmm. And also, once we start getting into that range, then I play the pound for pound, how much I weigh versus how much you weigh versus how much we fucking go. And then you get insulted when I inevitably outlift you majority of the time. Because the guys that are hitting on me trying to compare numbers, don't fucking lie and say you're fucking squatting 400 pounds. Bro, I see your chicken legs.
It's pathetic. Why are you comparing numbers with a woman? And I know that sounds sexist, and it's not intended to be sexist, but it's like, no, you are supposed to be lifting more than me, you idiot. Like,
but also, why are we comparing numbers? I've never have a desire to go up and be like, how much you lift? Yeah. I don't fucking care. I say, you lift? You want to lift together?
Do you want to lift together? Yeah.
Do you want to bro out? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the correct response.
My next one was, said my best friend was hot, and then when I got pissed off about it, said that she was old.
So because of that, now I refer to myself as old a lot because it's great that was the defense mechanism, was to just, I don't know, insult the fuck out of me.
I'm just going to keep going and insulting her fucking... I'm going to say that her best friend's hot, and then I'm going to proceed to insult her fucking best friend. Yeah. Fuck you. God damn it. God. Mm-hmm. Fucking trash. It's your go.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to remember now. Do another one. I'll do two.
I'll do another one. Talks about their ex on the first date.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. It's just, you know what? I feel like this is... Why? Just why?
An expansion on that is calls your ex crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone calls their ex crazy. So unless you have actual shit to back it up, and unless you recognize that, like, I guarantee my exes have the full fucking right to call me crazy. I literally had this man help me pack up all of my shit out of his house, put it in my car, and then I broke up with him. Mm-hmm. To be fair, he didn't know I was breaking up with him for some reason, even though he just helped me move everything out. But I am sure there are plenty of people out there that are like, that bitch is crazy. And I'm totally okay with that. But I don't need to hear about how all of your exes are crazy when you're the one common factor.
Yeah, it's the way that they say it. I think that, like, a lot of it has to, I don't know, it's the way that you say it. You know what I mean? It's also the way that you talk about your ex. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, I can pretty much gauge, like, if we're, like, I don't know, comparing shit that's happened to us in the past that we don't like about it, but then we skip over it and, like, don't talk about it again. The whole ex talk, that's at least like a third date thing, I feel like. I don't know.
I also just think there's, like, adult ways to talk about it, which isn't calling people crazy.
Yeah.
Or comparing me to your ex. That being said, another red flag of mine, comparing me to her.
Oh, yeah.
When you play the comparison game between us, that's a fucking red flag. Uh-huh. Like, you can say she's hot. I'll take that. I'm aware. I have fucking eyeballs. I know that she's attractive. You'd have to be a fucking idiot to think she's not. But I don't need the comparison game. I don't need the, like, oh my God, is it, like, weird that she's so much younger than you? I don't know.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah. I'm old, so I've got no idea. Back in my day, age was just a number.
I think this is the last one I wrote. I said I wrote 10. I really just wrote 9. Tried to convince me to keep sleeping with them while actively dating another woman because it would help them be more patient with her. Holy fuck.
I don't know. I would say probably saying, oh, yeah, I'm divorced while not being divorced. Unwittingly making us the other women being like, wait, oh, I thought you were divorced and you're still not divorced.
They don't call us tattoo homewreckers for nothing.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. All right. That was
So
our...
on that note, yep, that was our lightning round of red flag, green flag.
Red flag, no green flag.
Yeah, red flag, no green flags. And we hope you guys enjoyed this more lighthearted episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, we'll come back with some discussions about boundaries.
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask our Wrecking Balls, like, please, if you have any, like, topics or something that you want to know about as far as boundaries go, please let us know. Because I would love to answer some of your questions about boundaries, too.
Yes.
Like, I would just love to do that.
We also are in the works for doing a episode on ethnicity and like culture.
Yes.
So any questions or like stories we want to share about that would be lovely.
100%. Especially if you are biracial or if you are white presenting. I would love to hear about it. Just because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. So to end this episode, what was your win for the week?
Ooh, my win was I just napped 2 days in a row.
Fuck yeah, that's a win.
I napped 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your win?
My win was coming to certain realizations and finally actively searking for a new therapist. So I think exciting. That's my win. Yeah.
That's a good win.
It's gonna be a lot, but it's a good win. So yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Yep. And on that note, we love you guys so much. Please send in any questions, any comments, anything you've got. And we'll see you back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.